$230 million extension. Right? Failure to meet the independent study addendum requirements means Murray will be deemed to be in default. So it's 160 guaranteed, 105 guaranteed at signing, 160 against injury, but none of it really guaranteed if he doesn't study. Because it can be voided. All right. What's your reaction to the Kyler clause, or to Kyler's clause, Louis Riddick? And is it going to be now known as Kyler's clause, right? When guys like Mike T trying to put this in every contract. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, it's quite honestly, it's flat out disappointing. It's disappointing. And I'll begin with Kyler because, look, you know what is required of you as a franchise quarterback. You know that. You know let's back up. You know what's required of you and what kind of expectations are placed on you as the number one overall pick in the entire draft. Someone who was a Heisman Trophy winner. People have always looked up to you to set the way, to set the tone. That's what's required. Whether you like it or not, that's what's required. For you to then have the team that invested this much into you in terms of draft capital and then constantly supporting you, putting you out there, defending you when there has been rumors circulating around you time and time again about lack of leadership skills, bad body language, things that we can see. We can visually see them ourselves. We don't need any rumors. You can see it yourself. For you to then not have that spur you on or motivate you to be one of those guys who says, hey, look, I need to self-assess here and raise my level. For you to not do that, and then for your organization to say, hey, look, we don't really have any other options. We've invested so much into you. We have to stick with you, but we need you to do better. And we need you to do better so much so that we need to put something into your contract that every contract negotiator I've talked to has never seen before. Never seen this kind of addendum before. That is something that would not sit well with me if I was the individual. That's just something I couldn't stomach. I couldn't.
It is less than ideal.
Because that is a referendum. That is that speaks to your character, your football character, man. That's not a good thing.
And maybe Louis Riddick doesn't sign him to that extension if that's how he evaluates the guy. But this is the reality. They have signed him to it. And I think about Mike Vick, who was so sensational in his prime, but now says, as you know, youth is wasted on the young. He's older and wiser now. I was the last guy in and the first guy out, right? So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to, okay, you want this money? You got to, like we're going to make sure that you are a better version of yourself than you would otherwise be. What's the most unusual thing you've ever seen put in a contract, Mike?
Well, I would say the closest would be something like a weight clause where you're going to weigh somebody in and they're going to get a bonus for being a certain weight on a certain date. And certainly that's sort of what this is aligned to from a standpoint. You're trying to get the most out of their player. And to Lewis's point, it's very unusual. It's disappointing that they had to do it. But I look at it really from the other lens, which is Arizona believes in this player. They think they can win a championship with Kyler Murray. So maybe this will bring out the best in Kyler. To Kyler's credit, I think he had to understand that this would become public, that this would be a big topic. And maybe he's admitting that, hey, I need help. And maybe this could turn out to be a win-win long term.
Yan Graziano, I have a solution that is both brilliant and elegant, and I think Louis Riddick will hate. So here it is. What's been reported is, he has to have his eyes on the film when he's watching. Like he can't just do film study and he plays it on the iPad, but he's really playing a video game. And what you hear is the dude is a gamer, like but in the sense that he's addicted to video games. Here's the solution. I don't care what it costs. It costs me $10 million. I have a $200 million investment in the guy. I am developing with my playbook and all the defenses I'm going to see in the league, a video game for Kyler Murray to play. And here, Kyler, go play this all freaking week. What do you think?
I mean, look, we've already heard athletes around in this sport and others working out with virtual reality helmets and glasses
Oculus
on.
and
So
stuff, yeah.
Maybe that's something that could be done. I don't know, Max. I mean, I have teenagers. I'm thinking about trying to draft a similar document, right? Like that requires you can't watch TV or look at your phone while you're doing your homework. This could be groundbreaking stuff for a lot of people.
Yeah, but what's the allowance? I'm guessing it's not $160 million guaranteed against injury, is my guess. Am I right? Do you hate the video game or the virtual reality idea, Louis? Do you hate it? I guess that you would hate it.
Well, no, I don't mind. Look, the virtual reality component of helping players to learn a playbook and get themselves ready for a game, I think is something that people have been doing, and I think that's something that's very useful. It's just really the need to do this kind of thing. The lack of self-awareness on Kyler's part is just mind-blowing to me, man. And I can't get over this one. This is tough.
Our producer, Tom DeCordy, actually made me a virtual game where I play with all of you guys. That's how I prepare for this show every day.
Your performance has been flawless.
I don't even know. Is that really you? I'm not even sure.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.